Hello, my name is Dr. Yaya Sissoko. Today we're going to talk about Chapter 21, the theory of consumer choice, the budget constraint, what consumer can afford. So let me begin with the definition of a budget constraint. A consumer budget constraint shows the possible combination of different goods she can buy given her income and the prices of the good. So in other words, the budget constraints show the limit on the consumption bundle that a consumer can afford. So it shows the trade-off between goods. So the slope of the budget constraint is the rate at which the consumer can trade one good for the other one. The slope is also known as the relative price of the two goods. Figure 1, Part 1 display the consumer budget constraint. The budget constraint show the various bundle of goods that the consumer can buy for a given income. Here, the consumer buy bundle of pizza and Pepsi. The table and graph this show that the consumer can afford if her income is $1,000. The price of pizza is $10 and the price of Pepsi is $2. For instance, if the consumer here in this case decide to spend $1,000 on pizza only, she can afford to purchase 100 pizza 100 times 10 equals to 1,000, and then she will buy nothing on. She will spend nothing on Pepsi. So the total spending for her would be 1,000. On the other hand, if she decided to to spend, $800 on on pizza, she can afford 80 pizza, 80 times, so 10 equals 800. And then she'll be spending only $200 on Pepsi, so she can afford 100 Pepsi, 100 times 2 equal to 200, and the total spending will be 1,000. On the other hand, if she decided to spend only $600 on pizza, she can afford to buy 60 pizza, 60 times 10 equal to 600. And then the remaining of her budget, $400, will be spent on Pepsi. She can afford to buy, so 200 Pepsi, 200 times, 2, that's 400. 400 plus 600 equal to 1,000, which is her total budget. If she decided to spend only $300 now on pizza, she will be able to purchase 30 pizza, 30 times 3, that's 300, and the remaining of her budget, $700, will be spent on Pepsi. So she can afford to buy 350 Pepsi, 350 times 2, that's 700 still. 300 plus 700, this will equal to 1,000. If she decide to spend all her income, $1,000 on Pepsi, she can afford to purchase 500 Pepsi. 500 times 2 equal to 1,000, and she'll be spending nothing on pizza, and then therefore the total spending will still be 1,000. So we can see that the with the $1,000, she you know we can find out the combination of good and good of the combination of pizza and Pepsi that the consumer here can afford, give it to the income. Figure 1, part 2, display the consumer budget constraint. So we have the quantity of pizza on the x-axis or horizontal axis, the quantity of Pepsi on the y-axis or vertical axis. So we can see that the budget constraint show the various bundle of pizza that the consumer can can buy given income. The consumer buy bundle of pizza and Pepsi. The table show the consumer can afford thousand. The consumer can afford if her income is $1,000, the price of pizza is $10, and the price of Pepsi is $2. No? For instance, if the consumer spend all $1,000 on buying pizza, she can afford so 100 pizza 100 times 10, that's 1,000. If she spend all her income to purchase Pepsi, she can purchase 500 Pepsi 500 times 2, that's 1,000. So and then if she spend 500 on each good, then she can buy 50 pizza 50 times 10, that's 500, and 250, so Pepsi 250 times 2, that's 500, and she'll be consuming at point like C. So you can see that also the slope of the budget, the budget constraint here, which is this line, equal to the relative price. So it's going to be the price of Pepsi to divided by the price of pizza, which is 10. 2 divided by 5, 10, that's one fifth. One fifth equal to, point 2. So for every pizza, so she had to give up to, point 2 liter of Pepsi. The budget line is downward sloping. You can see that it's negatively sloped. So you can see that now and so and then the slope will be the relative price you know of of the two goods, which is in this case price of Pepsi divided by the price of pizza.